All right, and it is time right now for that Thursday night thing right here, Beyond the Pole with Katrina Lee.
Hey, happy Thursday, everyone. I'm so glad you're in the house listening to us. It's going to be a fun show. All of us are a little disheveled and running late today. No reasons particular. I'm just busy. Bailey's on his way. He's going to be here shortly. We have Ariana in the house, known all over the place.
Ariana.
And, we have other people popping in, so I'm excited. It's our Thursday night spot. So we are 106.3, RochesterFreeRadio.com. Check us out on the TuneIn app, anywhere. And I'm Katrina Lee. So
awesome.
We had a really cool week. So the other day, I actually did this whole forum at Roberts Wesleyan College with Recovery Now New York, and we were talking about sex trafficking and drugs and overdoses with a lot of different individuals in the adult industry. So it was pretty cool, and I met some really awesome people, and it was just a really great experience, an awesome college.
We got to get you in more of those.
I want to do more of them because I really don't do much during the day, so, you know.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. The dinner, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, drugs over dinner.
Drugs over dinner.
I know. I was joking around. I was like, what does it eat? Like a pig with pigs? Because I was misled, and I was told there's a whole bunch of hot single cops there. And I'm like, oh, what a place to find guys. But
I really thought there would have been. It wasn't that I misled you.
Misled.
I was just like, this is a law enforcement thing, so I figured there'd be all these, cops.
Yeah, hot, sexy cops. No, there weren't. No. There's a lot of really nice, hardworking college students.
Yes, that's
which
true.
There's no problem with, but, I had a different agenda in my mind.
In your mind.
And I was also kind of told to, someone was supposedly wearing a suit, so.
I know.
Thank goodness I changed my outfit because I would have been wearing a sparkle dress and stood out ridiculous in that whole building.
No, you would have looked great.
So it went well, but it was a great time.
Yeah, it was. It was a good time. You met some new people, and it's a lot of people that want to do a lot of good things.
Yeah, what was great is there was a lot of college students who want to get involved in our cause. So Catsmeow Cares, KATSMEOWKARES, has a thing. It's called Not Just a Pretty Face, and we collect all different makeup products, soaps, hygiene, anything like that. And we give them to women who are domestically abused, women or anyone who is a recovering addict trying to get jobs, job interviews, build up your self-esteem, like get you on the right track. And we give it to all different organizations like Willow, Family Justice Center, Haven House, Huther Doyle. And we're looking for more. So if you have one of these organizations and you need some help, let us know.
And there were a lot of kids tonight at the training.
Yeah, there's a lot of the kids from the school. They're like, what can we do? And it's so easy. Like when you go on a vacation and you're in the hotel room and there's like all the soap samples, all this stuff, and you don't want it, grab it.
Right.
Because people will use them. So just take them home, or like you get Clinique always has a free gift, or Lancome or the makeup, and you have the stuff you don't like, it's not the right lipstick color, like donate it. Like it makes a difference instead of throwing it out or letting it go bad. And like all the dancers have been participating, and all those students are all excited about helping out. So
cool.
We made a difference. Yay.
Yay. So what else happened this week?
Quite a bit. I worked at, oh my gosh, this is kind of funny. So I work at Playmates in Byron every Wednesday, pretty much, basically. So they had the Papa Roach concert, and this is actually a really funny story. So it was at the Armory last night, and there was this cute little couple that came in, and it was a slow night, and the girl comes up, and, like, she's really hammered. So she picks me out of, like, all the girls or anyone in there, and she's like, I really like you. What do we do? And she's, like, all excited, never been to a strip club, and they came from Henrietta in a hotel from Watertown.
Wow.
And they went out to Byron because it was 18 and over, and her brother was only 19. So that's why they picked the club, so they're there. And she was so cute. And I'm like, don't be afraid. She's like, how do I go up and tip the girls? How do I do it? And I'm like, all right, I'll go up with you. I'll tip the girls. And I like point out this girl, Madison. I'm like, don't be afraid of her. She's got like a nice vagina. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, it's nice. I'm like, it's not like a roast beef rack got ran through with like a meat cleaver or something. I'm like, you like her.
Oh my God.
And she goes up to her and she tips her and she comes back and the music dies down because there's like gaps as a CD player. She goes, you're right. She had a nice vagina at the top of her lungs in front of everyone at the club. And they all looked at me. I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And like they were all laughing. Like,
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was so funny though. It just reminded me of Vagina Hurt and Dawn. So But yeah, it's a productive week.
Joe B was at that concert last night.
Was he?
Yes, yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, that's what I heard. But
yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Moving on. So I'm excited. So I see all these events coming up for summer with Party in the Park, Lilac Festival upcoming. I mean, it's snowing here in Rochester and Buffalo right now, which is just depressing at this time of year. But I mean, spring and summer is kind of coming soon, hopefully.
Maybe one day.
Maybe.
Right. One day, not in this town. You never know. We should all just go back to Costa Rica.
I know. I'm ready. I just want to go to Costa Rica.
I think we should just do the show from there from now on.
I agree. It's all set up. We're golden. So we'll just all move down and live in Costa Rica for dirt cheap and have $2 hookers and all you can drink Jägermeister for women until 11 o'clock their time, 1 o'clock our time every night. Like,
what more can you ask for out of life?
Really? Like, what more?
Really?
$5 lobster, $2 hookers, all you can drink bars. Cheap clothes that are cute. Like, I mean, really.
I'll be
beautiful
dead in a year.
Beach, happy people.
Right.
What a way to go.
Exactly.
But I think we should cut into a song break really quick. And Bailey should be in the house and get a little organized because kind of scrambling.
Kind of. Not really.
Kind of. Our fans are all getting there.
All right. We got some music.
Yes.
All right, and we are back right here with Beyond the Pole and back to Katrina Lee and company. Oh, yes. All right, and we are back.
Hey, welcome back to Beyond the Pole. This is Katrina Lee.
And you are back.
We're Beyond the Pole Radio. And we had Dawn Marie is going to be on the line. And she's going to give us our sex toy of the week. She's talking on the other line, saying some pretty crazy stuff on speaker that I don't think she realized she was doing. So But we are Beyond the Pole Radio. I'm Katrina Lee. You see me in over 100 different adult magazines and more upcoming. I just did a photo shoot for Intoxicating Magazine. And check out my new updated website, Katrina Lee, at modelcentro.com.
Wow, and what exactly is Intoxicating Magazine? What type of...
It's like not aggressive like Hustler, like it's not like full spread or anything, but it's like a nice pinup magazine.
Oh, nice.
So there's like nudity, but nothing too aggressive.
Too aggressive.
Yeah.
Too aggressive. That would be Hustler.
Dawn in the house, and hey Dawn, how are you today?
I am well. How are you?
Great. So are you ready to tell us about...
me? I'm coming there next Thursday.
I know I'm super looking forward to it because you're going to love Caitlin. We're going to have so much fun.
We're going to get filthy together.
We're going to have the best show of female entrepreneurs like you could imagine. Strong female entrepreneurs. It's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to it. So.
It's perfect for me because I'll be home watching the NFL draft. So that's was an ideal situation.
I'd not be there. Okay. All right. We have Allie and Zeus is here, and this is Dawn. So tell us about yourself and what is the sex toy of the week or the product?
My name is Dawn, and I am from Foreplay. My company is based out of Buffalo, New York. And right now I am really looking for people to come sell for me. Distributors to come on board and join us. And you can have your own business for $225, and I'm excited about it because it's women supporting women, and I am also LGBTQ friendly. Men are welcome at all my shows and welcome to be distributors. So I think that's a really important point. So my website, and I'll post on your Facebook page, my email if anybody is interested, but I am looking for people to buy into the business. And this week's toy of the week is the Icicles Pink Probe. Have you ever used a glass dildo, Katrina?
Yes, I have. We were ironically, we were talking about it earlier. We were at California Rolling for sushi, and I was talking about putting glass dildos inside the washing machine and sanitizing it. So
yes, you could throw them in the washing machine. I like to keep a glass of hot water and cold water by my bedside, just change the temperature when they're using it on me.
Yeah.
It's a very visual toy. If you're going to use a toy with a partner, I would pick glass hands down. And it's non-porous, so it can't hold a germ. So it's the cleanest toy. And you could throw it in the dishwasher.
Yep, right in the dishwasher. It's convenient, and you don't have to worry about infections, and everything is easy. And
and did you know they even have vibrating glass now, too?
I did see that, but I haven't tried one yet.
Up their game. So I just love the glass because if you're going to take a video for somebody, if you're going to FaceTime, Snapchat, use it with a partner, it is honestly the prettiest vibrator you can have.
It doesn't make good for homemade videos. They're nice to have.
Right?
Isn't it beautiful, though? Have you ever used one on a woman and seen her orgasm on it? It literally just drips off of it. It looks like artwork to me.
Actually, no, I usually use my mouth and my tongue and my superior oral skills, but I
It
will
sounds
I will
fun,
look into this now, though.
You're
Right?
not tooting your own horn, are you? There?
I like the art.
Yeah,
I like
am.
the whole art
and
thing.
I have a reputation for that. But now I'm looking to maybe I will purchase one off you and then send you a copy of the video through
I
Facebook,
want
and you can see.
You know my
She
email.
wants a video. Right? No, I like
so
that.
This is foreplaybuzz.com, the number 4, PLAYBUZZ.com. And if you would ever, anybody knows anybody, or if you're ever thinking of getting into home parties, I have brought in over $2 million in 10 years working 8 hours a week. No other business that is legal is going to pay you that amount of money.
That's true.
So something to think about. For $225, you can own your own business.
Now, I have a quick question. If you own a business or like affiliate marketing page in the adult industry and we wanted to work with you and like attach your page to theirs where it's a commission cut like El Dorado does a store extender, are you at that
Absolutely.
point
I'd be willing
yet?
to work
Or
with you. Oh, I'd be willing to work with you. Honey, we could work on so many levels right now because I'm going national. So any ideas you have, you know I'm all about women supporting women.
Yeah.
You have a vagina and I have a vagina. Let's have a vagina.
Exactly. Let's have a vagina party.
All right,
Not get vagina hurt.
I got two questions for you, Dawn. Okay. Well, one. She goes, what?
She's like, dear God, no.
One. You can wash, like pocket vages and butt plugs and stuff. You can put that in the dishwashing machine, right? Is that fine? Or does that go in the
It
washing
depends on
machine?
the toy. Most toys nowadays are being made waterproof, so you would have no problem. But old school toys, if it has batteries with, like AA Duracell Energizer, do not.
Yeah, no batteries.
Do not,
So
yeah.
like a
Over 80% of your toys break not from the way you use them or wear and tear. It's because the batteries get wet.
Okay.
80%. So you really want to be careful with your water near a toy.
All
I
right.
ruined a
Use a
$90
toy
one.
cleaner.
Yeah, there's
I
no.
ruined a $90 toy in a hot tub before.
Yeah.
I'm like, I thought it was waterproof.
Here's my second question because I ran into this problem the other day. I ran out of lube, so I
Not
used
use spit.
no, I used olive oil. I've used olive oil.
Olive oil? What the who are you sleeping with, Popeye?
Dude, it works. It works good. I've used olive oil before, and I've used it with the pocket
Was
veg.
it Popeye you had bent over?
Yeah,
You
well, olive oil is
It's terrible. No,
This
like,
that
girl's
bad?
got a yeast infection now, thanks to you.
yes.
no.
yes.
Well, the pocket veg can't get the yeast infection. It was just on the pocket veg. I used it on me in the pocket veg. I mean, I use olive oil anyways on my body and baths, and I put it in my hair if my scalp itches, and I use it to eat a lot. It's a great oil. So can you use it in pocket vages? You just can't use it in a girl then?
No, don't use olive oil in a fucking girl. Oh, I'm sorry.
A girl on a girl.
Unless
Yeah.
she's a pot of spaghetti. Do not do that.
No. My ex years ago ran out and he tried doing the olive oil thing, and it's pretty gross. It gets all over you. It makes your skin break out. And it doesn't taste that appealing,
No,
and it
no.
stains the sheets. And I have nothing positive
Okay,
to say about olive oil. But supposedly, if you rub it on your breast, it makes them grow.
Olive oil. All right, guys, I will be there next Thursday.
Yes.
The bell's on.
Thank you so much. We love you, Dawn. Can't wait to see you
guys.
Thursday. Thank you.
I had another question for her. Actually, it was one time I hooked up with this chick, and she was dry. She was putting wine on her cookie.
I never heard of that.
Yeah,
I know it probably burns.
I would think that would make it worse. Yeah, she was like
You'd
using
think it
wine,
burns.
and it was like
I don't know.
really-
She's probably drunk.
really odd.
But I know for a fact the alcohol whipped cream burns really bad, and you
Yeah.
should never use them at stags or golf outings, and put each other for a show. It burns.
Well, the girls will pour body shots on me and lick it off, but it's not going in me.
Yeah,
so
that's the
it's-
difference. So you got to be careful on orifices or whatever
Yeah,
that
no
they
orifices.
could creep in.
No orifices, no oil in the orifices.
She's like, oh, sorry. She's like, I don't even know what to say.
She was all like, "What the heck, Papa?" I'm like, on a pocket veg. I wasn't talking about using olive oil in the girl.
It's so crazy
And she
because I was
freaked
telling you,
out.
I was like, oh my God, that's what my idiot ex tried doing. And it was like, everyone was so disgusting and my whole face broke out. And I was like, ugh. And he just dumped like a
The one
whole
time I
bottle
came
of it.
home,
It was
I came
disgusting.
home and I
Absolutely disgusting.
was all horny and watching some Pornhub, and I was like, no
Pornhub.
I had no lube, and then I had this one lube, but it was like a strawberry heat lube,
Yeah.
It's just not
The
as
warming
slippery, so it's
ones.
like trying to warm up in my hand, and I was all sticky, and my cell phone got sticky, and I'm like, wait a minute, olive oil. I'll use olive oil's worked before. I've used it before, and it's just a much better.
Well, I
experience.
tell people, like, you got to watch what you're doing. So you're like, you go now, like, I sell lube, Dawn does, other companies
Yeah, and then
do.
I-
And
then
they're
I
better
bought-
products
yeah.
of lube. But you can get the cheaper ones that you get, like, Astroglide and stuff at Walgreens and the regular grocery stores. But they're bad and they're, like, nasty because if you play for a while, they ball up. And then,
Yeah.
like, all these gross little, like, balls are all sticking to you of, like, just
What-
clumps
I
of
bought
lube.
that little.
and
I bought that little thing of
there's,
lube.
like, all matting on your hair.
Yeah, I bought that little thing of lube at your counter at
Yeah,
Playmates.
that one
I
tastes good,
I think
though.
it's like cheesecake flavored or something. So I used it in the pocket veg. So the pocket veg Alexis probably tastes like cheesecake now until I throw it in the dishwasher and wash it.
We're talking about everyone's like, stop.
Well, I did. Well,
like, girls throw their vibrators in the dishwasher.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm washing Alexis. You know, I'm washing her in the shower, but it just doesn't get it the same. So I threw it in the dishwasher with other stuff. Well, you don't know, my first pocket veg I named Padme. It was given to me for free. You know, you remember Star Wars? Yeah. Well, remember at the end of this, I always lose Padme. Remember at the end of the Revenge of the Sith of the new one, when he comes out as Darth Vader, he's like, "Where's Padme? Is she okay? Is she alive?" It's like, no, because I'd always lose it. So I'm like, "Where's Padme?" Because I'd always lose my pocket veg all over the house. I'd find it under the bed with cat hair and stuff on it, and then I'd have to throw a thing. And then, well, you don't know the story. Then it got used so much, I started to tear it. Started getting a tear in it, and so then I needed something to do with it. So you know what I used it for? A clever Halloween prop. I had it as intestines in one of my guys in the Juggernaut.
It was classic.
So it looked like intestine. I'm like, I'm gonna stick it in there and do a trivia game and see who notices the pocket veg. So it's intestine in one of my props, and I sprayed it so it looked like an open intestine. Because I'm like, well.
And I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, it was great.
Pocket veg.
I'm creative. Hey man, I'm creative.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah,
that's a good
awesome. So, do you have any fun stories to your special guest? You got to talk more in the mic. Pull it closer.
Fun stories.
She's all red, and actually, she's got the red headphones, red mic, and it looks like kind of.
Well,
magic.
I tried the Hufflepuff.
The Hufflepuff, yeah.
The Hufflepuff
we went out
today.
before coming here, so I think.
Went where?
We went to Village Gate, the mall.
That place we were
mall.
at?
Yeah. So we went to California Rolling, and then we went really quick to Knox real quick.
Did you have the
she's never been
sake?
there, so.
I did.
She did. It was half
very
off
delicious.
sake night on Thursdays. So.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, between the sake we had, we went out for my birthday 2 weeks ago. You know, and things. And between the sake I had a fishbowl drink, which was kind of a Long Island.
We were talking about
Yeah,
that.
she's asking about the fish
I
bowl.
got some Four Locals then, you know. Then I went home. Then I hooked up with this chick that I was kind of talking to, Bubble Yum Girl, because her cooch tastes like bubble gum, so I called her Bubble Yum Girl. And then I drove home tipsy like real late, and the next day I had the worst hangover. I don't know if it was a sake, I don't know if it was a Four Loco, but I had the worst
Probably
hangover.
the Four Loco.
Yeah, I got two of those, and then I picked up a show to dance that night, and they called me at 10:30. I'm like in the morning. I'm like, oh, but it was 11 o'clock show. I'm like, God, do it. So I ended up drinking like 4 days in a row of like, you know, for birthday and everything. But
Yeah.
whatever, I pulled. You don't turn down business, you know.
No, you don't. You got to buck it up. Be responsible.
I really want to go there on Friday and see what the sexy chef is.
Yeah, they have sexy sushi chefs at that place on Friday. So I wonder what a sexy sushi chef is, the difference. Like, are they
Yeah, and is it gonna be
wearing
any
bra
women
type
or just
stuff?
all
It's
dudes?
women. No, it's
Oh,
not
it's
dudes.
women.
It's women usually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, I mean,
Yeah, that place was neat. That
I don't know.
little mall is cool.
I like the mall. I actually thought about living there. It's really cool. It's like this art mall with all this random stuff and all these
Thought about
restaurants in
living
it. I did. I'm like,
I would live there.
She wrote, so there's this big wall and it's like stuff you can write on, like, before I die, I want to. And we've all filled it in. I'm like, you guys see this board and put something in. And there's this woman there. She's like, I'm like, don't worry, we're not watching you. We're not judging you. She's like, how are you judging me? Like, all paranoid now. I'm like, put whatever you want up. She's like, all nervous.
Yeah, we put up their
Get a lap dance
Yeah, from
with
Bailey. We had so
Bailey.
before I die, get a lap dance from Bailey. So because I always promote. But then the most disturbing was someone had up there, before I die, I want to kill myself, and I was like, well, that makes no sense. Like, before you die, you're gonna kill yourself? I guess.
Yeah, like dumb stuff people play and
Yeah.
like crazy. So you just want to add on there, like, yay, let's clear the board every day. You know, it's like, it's a really cool mall.
It
It's
was very
different,
interesting.
Yeah. A lot of cool
Definitely.
restaurants, and it's pretty cheap, really. The restaurants for what you're getting. I think just the rent must be low overhead. So it's exciting. So we have a lot of upcoming, really amazing strides for the show. And we're getting ready for filming. And I have Stormy Daniels is actually coming to what was known as Scores, which is prior Tiffany's and Sawyer Ave in North Tonawanda. And it's going to be at that point, it's going to be called New York Showgirls.
It's a new club now.
They're just changing the name. The franchise
Oh.
fees were over $100,000 for like the two clubs.
the one in
over.
Tonawanda.
So they want to
Yeah.
pull the franchise fees
So
off.
Stormy Daniels is coming in.
It's going to be called New York Showgirls, kind of
August?
same thing. In August, she's going to be in the club. They always had the bigger features there. I've seen a couple of them, Kate and Cross and different stuff.
So Yeah, because I'm curious.
I'm really excited with the controversy, and I talked to her,
exactly.
and she wants to go on the show. And personally, like, I don't care about politics, so we're not
I don't
talking about
either.
any of the Trump
Yeah.
thing at all. I don't care about it. It's just not my thing.
Yeah.
There's no point. We're not. It's not anything of importance.
You know what? I'm thinking at the Sun Club. I think she's been one of the special guests. At
She
the Sun-
definitely
Sun
has
Club.
been.
Okay, so I've met her then, and she'll know of me then.
Yeah.
Because they usually have a little trailer in the back, and you can get Polaroids.
Yeah,
with
no,
her,
she
whatever,
definitely
but
has,
I'm pretty
and
sure she's been one of them.
I loved her. One of the first, like, the most expensive porno DVD I ever bought was $69.99, and it was Pirates. It was like a knockoff of
that
Pirates of
one,
the
yeah,
Caribbean,
yeah.
and it had
Yeah.
Jesse Jane and like Tara Patrick. All of them were in
Yeah.
it. Stormy Daniels, and I
Yeah,
bought it for her in it. So
Yeah.
I mean, then the industry changed, but still,
Yeah,
at
that
that
was a
point, the
pretty good
internet was
one.
creeping up, and they still charged that much for porn.
Yeah.
and like displays. And I remember watching. It was like all artsy. I'm like, it's like bad acting. Just get back to the sex. Go.
Yeah,
with the
some of
sex.
the
Like,
acting was bad.
you don't need this acting.
Evan
Like,
Stone was
bad.
Evan Stone.
Yeah,
was in
Evan
it.
Stone. Yeah,
And,
it was all the classic Tommy Nails, like porn star type individuals through the series. There's a couple of them. It wasn't just one.
The most expensive porn I ever bought was Jenna Hayes, that Dark Days one that I had her
Yeah.
sign. You know, it was like $50, but it was well worth it. And she
It's signed,
stuck
like
it in my
mine.
mouth, and it's signed, and it's in my bedroom, and me and Zeus love it. So
Yeah,
She-
right.
she's my
I
all-time
got the
favorite.
pantyhose fetish one. That one's pretty good too. It's kind of artsy, and it's like
By-
all
by who? By
stockings.
Stormy?
Jenna James.
Jenna. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
well, or Jenna Jane. I miss Jenna Hayes.
Jenna
I'm
Hayes,
messing up all her
okay.
name. It's like Jessie Jane, all of them
Yeah,
like
yeah.
popping up. No, yeah, Jenna Hayes. When we went and we saw her, I got that one. It was pretty cool. So I like Tori Black. I'd love to get her on our show soon. I probably will.
She might have been at the
She's like my
Sun Club.
favorite.
She might have been at the Sun Club too. I have to look.
Yeah,
Maybe
she's
it's a
kind of
different-
been out of the scene.
Well, I've
more
compete,
producing, but
I've been down there since 2001.
you've been there for a
so
while. So, I mean, you probably most of them.
Maybe I'm thinking of
catch up
somebody
there.
else.
Could be anyone. I think this is a good time to cut in a little song break and get ready to have some more fun.
Yeah, and it is Weed Week officially. And what other show would you listen to besides Beyond the Pole?
I know. Happy 420, everyone. At 12 o'clock, it officially changes. I have amazing 420 plans. I'm very excited. I'm going with one of my best friends, and we're going to see Arrested Development, the 90s band. They sing like Tennessee and a bunch of stuff. And we're going to go to Funkin' Waffles in Rochester, which is like the Water Street Landing, and we're going to have a wild time. We already planned on being irresponsible, so we set up an adult babysitter. So
Wait, what's going on at 420?
420.
What is it?
Well,
Does it mean something?
what? Oh my God!
Really?
This is
Really?
really.
You don't know what
This is actually a
420 is?
question?
No, yeah, I have no idea. It's a
hot smoking holiday.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I
didn't
don't
know-
know how you
At
don't.
420, everybody lights up at 420.
Really?
Everybody goes sees stormtroopers.
What? Stormtroopers?
You've never seen the
It's
movie
like the pot smoking
Stormtroopers?
holiday.
No, I didn't know there was a pot smoking holiday.
Oh my God! Really?
I mean, I've partaken sometimes, whatever, but I don't. I'm not like I've never been a pothead, and so yeah, I did not know that was like an actual holiday.
Oh, it's huge,
Yeah, it's a
man.
big-
It's a big holiday.
Okay, I never heard of that.
Yeah, happy 420.
I learned
I'm
something
amazed.
new
Like when you
today.
said it, I was like, "What?" I
Yeah,
thought
I
he
was
was
like, yeah, but-
joking. Really,
Yeah.
I really thought he was too.
I was like, "Wow."
No, I was being serious.
It's like Christmas, not knowing what Christmas is.
It's trees and green.
But you know what? I know a lot about pocket vaginas that people don't know. So, and that you can use olive oil.
Is there a national holiday for that?
There should be.
There probably is a sex toy holiday. Who knows? There's so many holidays over everything now.
So on 420, at 420, you have to light up.
I think they smoke all day.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, I
you
was
smoke
gonna
all
say.
day, but the official is everybody in the world lights up at 420.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't aware.
It's a big thing, and I don't know. I've heard all different reasons why it was 420. It was like Bob Marley, and then I heard like it was some
So this is
cop
tomorrow?
code, and
Is that
it's tomorrow.
Yeah.
One of my favorite holidays. So it's just
Wow.
fun.
It is a fun.
There's a lot of happy people, and usually there's pretty cool concert events and a lot of restaurants. It's Restaurant Week in Buffalo right now. They have specialty like weed deals and stuff, and like it's a pot smoker special and like hangover dinners.
And Stormtroopers too. The new one comes out tomorrow.
Right?
You mean Super Troopers?
Yeah, Super Troopers.
Okay,
yeah.
no, you're saying
That's what I'm saying.
Stormtroopers.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
I'm like,
Super
we're talking about
Troopers.
Star Wars. This is a Star Wars spin-off.
Stormtrooper.
All right, I'm not as dumb as
Hey,
you people think. Keep telling me.
It's Weed Week, so I can say
I'm sorry,
Stormtroopers.
we're just
I'm like,
high, so
dude,
we're messing up the name.
Yeah.
I
It's
know all
okay.
the lines.
I may be high right now.
You don't know.
No, I know all the lines from Super Trooper ones. I put a post on my page that said "Ideal date night 420 Super Troopers 2." I was like, for littering and
That's what everybody
Smoking
loves,
the
man.
That's what
reefer.
everyone's going to Super Troopers
Yeah,
for
okay.
420. It's a big thing. So there's
Yeah.
all different events. They're all kind of weed smoking stuff. So
And then I did, and then your band from Dimpusburger, beat it. But unless you like really know the lines, you
Yeah.
don't get it. But
Yeah,
yeah,
get it.
those are some of my favorite lines.
That's why I say
Stormtroopers.
Stormtroopers,
Yeah.
Super
Like
Troopers,
Super
it's all the
Troopers.
same.
The Star Wars is coming out, the new one, not far away.
Another one.
Another one.
Where is this number 9 then?
Do people actually still
40,
go out?
50. I was
watch?
like,
Do people actually go
they're
out
not-
and
the
watch
last
these
one, I
movies?
was disappointed. And they said Disney was kind of like killing it. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, the last one.
I
think
know
there's
my
2 on
ex liked to go out and wear costumes and. As everyone starts laughing, but I didn't partake
Well, I
in
can
that.
show up as Princess Leia's slave girl costume I got, or my other Princess
Probably
Leia
get
that I
kicked
got.
out of the theater.
No, not me. I'll pull it off. But with the other Star Wars, with the Rilo Ken when after he killed Han Solo and he had his mask and he took his mask off, the dude looked like the biggest douche. Like,
Yeah.
keep your mask on. I have a problem. And I was talking about this the other day on Facebook because my friend Stacia is doing a Star Wars act, but she's doing Rilo Ken. I'm like, I like it. You're continent, but you know what? I'm old school. I'm all about Darth Vader.
Yeah.
She's like, well, I'm Rilo Ken, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like thinking, yeah, but the judges are usually 40 and over. So for contest, you want to go old school.
It's true.
So it was funny, but I was like, and that dude should have kept his mask on. The actor looks ugly. He's fugly, in my opinion. So he just looks like a douche. I'm sorry. And I was pissed off. In the first Star Wars, I was pissed off enough that they made Darth Vader turn good. I just have a problem with that. Just leave a good villain be a villain. Like, who's going to turn everybody good? So people can just stay bad.
That's true.
Just stay bad. Like in pro wrestling, if you're a good bad guy, stay bad.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're a good guy, you can turn them bad. Like when they did with Hulk Hogan, and that was genius. You know. But that's just my view. And then they took his mask off too, and I'm like, leave the mask on. It's kind of like Kiss should have always left their face paint on. Don't
That's
take
true.
your don't take your.
You don't want to see it. You like the whole fantasy.
Yeah,
and
you kind of
changes
kill it. In my opinion.
No, I agree.
Leave your mask on.
Speaking
if you're
of that-
ugly, leave your mask on.
It's so funny you mentioned Hulk Hogan. I've actually been watching the A-Team late at night, like every night recently. It's
Mr.
on.
T.
I'm like, oh yeah.
He's always got his Mr. T with the overalls and the red shirt. He's like, "Urgh, I pity the fool. He's always like pissed off, and the one guy's always got the cigar.
Yep. Yeah, that one guy.
Is he still alive?
Who? Mr. T?
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
think so.
Is he? Okay.
I feel like if he died, we would have saw it all over Facebook.
Dude, actually, it's funny you say this because when I do load this clip, when I get out of Facebook jail, which is a whole different story, I have one of our promos as me as Mr. T.
I
my
seen
Mr.
that
T
one, yeah.
costume pointing and is like, I pity the fool who doesn't listen to Beyond the Pole Radio.
Right, I like
and
that one.
I
I
look
saw that
totally
one.
like
That's listening
Mr.
to.
T. Like
It's funny.
I have a black dark bodybuilding dye on, and when I would go out, people actually thought I was a light-skinned black person. I was darker than some people because of the dye. So
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
You know what? Speaking of Facebook jail, I have never been in Facebook jail. Now, I have over 10,000 people on my Facebook, followers and everything, and no one's ever reported me. And I've had pictures of girls in dance contests, perverted stuff all the time, but
You're
maybe
lucky.
because I'm not showing nipples or something. Like, I mean, you've been in Facebook jail, Bristol's been in Facebook jail. Everyone I know has. Roxy's been in Facebook jail like 5,000 times.
I've never been in
Well, you
Facebook
get
jail.
trolls. You get people it depends. Most of my photos and my stuff are from friends only, and I screen my friends. I don't
Okay.
just. But some of my promos are of my butt, okay, and I just have my thong tan line, and I promo stuff to hire because girls like a
Yeah.
good butt. So I had one, and I'm laying, which is the story behind even this photo too. But I'm laying on a bed. It's from years ago, and you can just see the side, just the thong tan line. It doesn't show it all. And it's like hire Bailey, whatever. But I think it was an automatic Facebook filter. It wasn't fast enough for someone to report it, and it was like a filter, like you're showing too much skin, blah 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 blah. So they removed it right away. So I was
Which
like,
is so weird because I seen
So I challenged
another
it.
one we know with just like kind of flowers on her nipples get away with it. with
Yeah, I know.
Alyson.
So I challenged it. So then they banned me for like 3 days from it, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I was like, "Cause I mean, I see so much worse stuff out. I busted like a pedophile profile the other day on there, which it was sickening. It had like a real young girl, like 6, in the main thing, and then it had in the bottom like webcam girls here, and they had her picture.
Wow.
I've
People
never
need
seen
everyone out there
Yeah.
report that stuff when you see
And
it.
so I
You're
did
helping.
right away because and then one of our industry people was friends with them just because they don't pay attention. So I sent that in right away. That got taken down. Then there was a girl, pretend girl, trying to do a profile of one of our friends, and what they do is they start adding one of us, and then they start going around adding all of us, and I'm like, they only had one picture, and it was obvious, and I was like, and nobody knows this person, so I'm writing to all the people, like in the industry. Do you know this girl? Do you know this girl? Nobody knows her.
Yeah, I know. I saw you posted
and
it.
I posted it, and then the real Hannah came forward because I was like, because they were going so rapidly through the industry people, so that means a troll. That's someone gonna Bible thump or start problems or report photos, or it's just not that girl. And nobody knew her, so I did a post and I tagged because I was just seeing it go through, and I go, look, if I'm wrong, let me know, I'll take it down. And then the real Hannah kind of agree, no, you're absolutely right, that's not me. Well, we all reported it, but they had not taken it down yet. It's odd. So
it takes a while. I don't know, because I reported a couple.
Yeah.
This person went on, they took I don't even know how they did it. They didn't have actually a Facebook profile, but they got on Facebook Messenger, and it was Katrina.
Yeah,
then they went and they inboxed well over. Sadly enough, because I go on my profile and get every dancer around, 1,000 different girls, and they weren't all dancers. They're just girls they thought were attractive or something.
Clubs.
Assumed and oh, you can make $800 a night. Come out with me. I'll take you there. Is a guarantee. And
the one that fake.
fake. It to her too. Yeah, everyone. Yeah, it was every girl on my page, and then
some of your girls started messaging me.
Yeah.
And I said, that doesn't sound like $800 for this. I go, you need to ask Katrina directly.
Yeah.
It doesn't look right, and the name looks funny, and the name was spelled wrong.
Yeah, and then so everyone who knew me caught it, and then it started again to another girl, Sunny, who works for No Limit Entertainment. They did the same thing. So I getting the same messages to me this time, make $800 a night, boo, and it's the same person. So it was me and her. And I'm like, oh, it figures. We both have the most friends on Facebook. We're both the blondes, both an entertainment company. Some creeper, on there. But I would never guarantee any amount of income to any girl for a party unless it was this stag where I know for a fact you're getting $300-$400.
Yeah, base pay.
And I'm certainly never going to tell you on a Monday night you're going to make $800 in a strip club in Rochester or Buffalo.
And that could be,
let's be real.
That could be dangerous. It could be some perv because I scams. Because I know one girl who's trying to get in dancing, and it's a whole other story.
Yeah.
And she claims some Canadian company's going to offer. She never made a film before ever. $5,000 for her first film.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, yeah, right. And I'm like, what's the name of the company? I don't know. Do they have a website? I don't know. I go, you don't know any of this. In Toronto, I go. Sounds pretty. They said, well, they're coming in Buffalo to meet me. I said, you know what? Tell them you got a friend who's going to help manage you that's been in 50 films. Say, is it okay if he comes? And just see what they say.
Yeah.
This sounds like crap.
No
Then I wrote to Ron Jeremy's assistant because he knows about this. I go, do you think any girl out here in Buffalo, Toronto is going to make $5,000 for a first film? He's like, yeah, maybe $500.
Yeah.
I said, thank you.
Exactly. It's really you don't get paid for the film is what you do to promote it. So if you're going to go all the clubs sell the film, if you're going to sign all the pictures and be aggressive, that's how you make the money. It's not actually.
Or if you're going to make that much, that's LA type stuff, and that's more
the filming, pirates,
hardcore stuff,
fetish,
you're not just going to make $5,000 for your opening
interracial,
film.
Anal,
yeah, exactly. I think
double
these companies,
penetration.
I've heard
$5,000.
I've heard stories of companies and dudes promising these girls that and then dumping them on the highway. I've heard crap like that.
No, I tell girls all the time, be careful because what was scary, there's some girls who are younger who thought it was me talking to them when they were ready to meet that person. I'm you got to use your head. I mean, and then most of my friends are Katrina doesn't even talk or type like that.
And you need to do a phone conversation anyways because you don't know what it is. It could be that's crazy stalker dude. You don't know who it is. So
Allie, have you ever been stalked by some weirdo on the internet or had issues?
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I had this I kind of had this stalker dude that would get on my page 42-week-old pictures of mine. And
hey, the old creeping back in the
meet
past.
up? And I'm like, no.
Yeah, at least you're smart about it. So, the internet's got some different people out there. They can be helpful or a nightmare.
It's good for business, and it can be very bad for some other stuff.
I'm excited. One of my two favorite people, Rich, and we have Cowboy Nick, just came in the house. We might have him pop on the mic for a little bit. We're going to cut in a song break, say hi to him. They work at Playmates, and Rich helps me sell clothes at my store inside. He goes all around to the strip clubs in Rochester selling for me. So, Rich Green and Katrina Lee with Cats Meow Cares. So, we'll be right back. Beyond the Pole Radio.
That's what I'll do. Sorry, I got
right, we are back right here. It's Weed Week, of course, and you're listening to Beyond the Pole Radio with Katrina Lee.
Yes, happy 420 week. It is officially at 12 o'clock. I'm sure everyone's already starting to pregame at this point, especially in the clubs.
Pregame, I like that, pregame.
Pre-gaming of 420.
Is there like a weed draft that they have
You
during
never know.
You know?
Everyone's getting different sample kits. I don't know. Just enjoying it. Stupid movies.
Sample kit.
Watching CKY, I'm sure. PCU, High Times, all that.
You got to wonder what the most popular weed is right now in this area.
I don't know. It changes around a lot.
I don't, but usually everybody goes for the big money on 420.
I go for the bigger one. I mean, I'm sure it's better than Costa Rican bushweed that came out of a hooker's vagina, but like we experienced.
I don't know.
But
I don't know. I
for
think a
anyone
lot
who
of
missed
guys
that show, we sat there trying to get weed. We couldn't find it, and I went up to I'm like, oh, I know the prostitutes know how to get the weed. I'll go up to her, and she came and she pulled it right out of her vagina and gave it to me, and it was not double bagged. No.
I bet you a lot of guys would pay big bucks for that.
They might.
It could be
we named it Costa Rican bushweed.
like Costa Rican hooker bush.
Hooker bushweed, whatever. There's so many names and variations. It wasn't the most impressive, actually. I thought the weed up
with a
here
free
is
sex
better
toy
than down there. Free sex toy, exactly. They had the sex store and everything out there. So
they tell me that there's a pizza place in Webster where you call up and you order the Primo. You get a large pizza and a $40 bag of weed.
nice. We
Yeah.
used to do that at a pizza place I worked at, but
Which is very, very funny because I have a good friend of mine that we call Primo, and he's all about the weed too. So that's just so funny that
something
we
about
use
it.
that name. Yeah.
Yep.
The
But just
Primo.
A quick reminder, we are WRFCLP Rochester, 106.3 FM, RochesterFreeRadio.com. You can check us on the TuneIn app. We're part of the Armed Forces Network. Katrina Lee, we have Bailey, we have Allie, and now we have Rich Green, who works at Playmates in the house, joining us. And we have, of course, Zeus, our therapy dog, and he's Zeus the dog.
Zeus the dog, yep.
On
and
Facebook.
We're sporting our Boston Bruins gear. Go Bruins.
Right? I'm an Orioles. It's all coming up, all the sports. I can't wait. I got all these cute Orioles outfits.
That's
I got
that's
my Bills.
baseball.
No, I
This
know.
is
I know.
hockey.
I'm saying different stuff. I got the Orioles. I'm matching outfits. My dogs have outfits.
Yeah, I like the match too.
Because I mean, I could bring my dog in a cute matching one. And the Indians,
Cool.
little jerseys. Not too much on hockey.
So what's new at Playmates, man?
I know what's going on, Rich.
Oh, nothing much.
Well, let's say for one thing, let me introduce Rich. We got Rich in the house, Rich Green, and he helps sell clothes for my company, Cat's Meow Entertainment. And he's like the traveling peddler of smut like I am. And he goes all the strip clubs with his suitcase, and he helps service the ladies' needs and attire. Service their needs, and he dresses them. So why don't you tell us what's going on in your life, Rich, or Playmates, or what you've been up to?
Oh, nothing much. Just try to stay busy. It's that time of season, so the weather's gonna get nice. So the Cubs are gonna
Stags
get
are coming.
busy. Oh yeah,
Last minute,
Yep.
someone loses their underwear. I might need you to help them.
true.
You dress them, actually?
He helps dress them.
Would you dress me, Rich? I don't know. I'm just...
Absolutely.
All right, perfect.
Yeah,
All
A
right.
banana
absolutely.
hammock.
Banana. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, okay, I just want to know what a banana hammock is.
Like a man's thong.
Oh, man's thong. I
Something I
love
would
it.
wear.
That's awesome.
It's like I need to know.
Yeah.
What, so Rich, like how many I've been in there a few times obviously and hung out with you guys. And how many different girls are working there now, do you know approximately? Would you suspect?
Approximately, I'd say 10.
Really, about 10 right now?
Yeah.
Because I know the owner, Shotzi is looking for a few more girls, so if anybody's interested.
They're always looking.
Yeah,
for
they're
more
always
girls.
looking. Because the nice thing about that club and what I like about that club, one, I mean, they got a dartboard, so it's got a cool like hangout kind of corner bar feel,
A pool table too,
and a
yeah.
dartboard. But then what's nice is it's a smaller stage, but you can go right up and tip the girls, and they hop off the stage. So they're giving you a mini lap dance.
It is.
Off,
It's like a more
off the
aggressive stage.
Yeah.
The most
So
fun.
and the girls are usually real sweet. And again, because it's full nudity, there's no full nudity clubs around here because you can't serve alcohol. Because it's full nudity, it's 18 and over, no booze. But I like that club. It's got that good kind of neighborhood feel to it. Zeus is always welcome. There's some cute girls in there. Gia's real cute. Brooklyn. I like the one that looked like Ronda Rousey. KK.
KK,
Oh, Angel,
yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
they change their names a lot.
Oh, they
too.
changed it. Yeah, KK.
It's confusing.
Yeah, there's a few of them. Ginger's cute.
Like, whew.
Got Alexa, Amber.
Okay, that one skinny one I like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice
She had like two
Amber.
names too.
Yeah.
So.
And you accidentally caught me dancing, not knowing.
Oh yeah, this is funny, everyone. Because I've known Katrina, I don't know, 12 years. I don't know how many years I've known her. I've never seen her cookie. I'm sorry, right now I've never seen her cookie. I've never seen her strip. She's blushing. Look, it's funny. So here's my deal. When I go to a strip club, I tip everyone. And as you know, I come in. I have a wristband that I wear when I strip, and I have money in my wristband. It's just I like to be prepared. It's easier for me and Zeus to tip. So she's kind of like a sister to me. Well, regardless, I'm still at a strip club. I'm going to tip. I felt more nervous going up to that stage ever in my life because I'm like, I feel like I'm taping like I'm going to tip a sister, man. And I'm going to look at like a sister or cousin's cookie, man. I've never seen it in the mag. I've never seen her fully naked, you know. I'm like, oh, so I sat up there and I didn't know whether to look or not look. And I'm like petting Zeus because she's with another customer. Because I asked her ahead of time, I said, hey, what? Can I come up and tip you, or are you going to feel embarrassed? Okay. And she's like, no, go ahead. I'm like, okay. So I'm like up front watching, and I'm like, God, do I watch? Do I not watch? So it was kind of interesting experience. But you should always go up and tip every girl, even if she's like a sister to you. You should go tip her.
You should, and show support. You know, even if like, you know what I tell everyone, if it's like slow, especially if it's slow, and there's some
Yeah.
girl that maybe isn't your type, but she's really trying and no one's tipping her, go up and give her $1.
Yeah.
Be nice. Like,
I always,
you know, it goes around.
I mean, my rule is, you know, and even if you're financially
Share the love.
you're financially strapped. If everybody in clubs tipped even $1 to $2 per set, especially bigger clubs that got 100
Oh, yeah.
people there, I mean, they would make bank, you know,
Oh,
from
yeah.
that alone. So,
For sure.
Yeah, so I got to see Katrina's cookie. It was a nice cookie.
It's nice enough. It's a lot of magazines.
Yeah, she had a cute little kind of cowgirl outfit. Well, I saw you walk in from behind.
I had a Budweiser outfit.
Yeah, Budweiser, and you're real tall and blonde, and I saw a suitcase. I'm like, who the hell is that? And it comes out, and it's her, and I didn't know she was working
I didn't
there.
know he was coming up. I was like,
Yeah.
he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I work here every Wednesday.
Yeah, it was so funny. So then I was in for more surprises. So I just
I was like, this is random.
got to see. Rich makes shirts too. How's
Rich
that going?
does. Well, yeah, he goes and he makes hats and different promotions for the clubs. So
I think I want a shirt. You know the cookie emoji or whatever
Yeah.
it's called. I use it a lot on my page, and
Yeah.
people don't always realize I'm really talking about vagina. I do it all the time.
Oh.
I do that all the time with the cookie. Even says in my profile, it says you know my 13-time entertainer of the year. My website and it positive energy only, and then it said I heart cookies.
I heard cookies.
People don't realize.
Bailey's like, I'm the cookie monster.
Yeah, and that's what I've said. I'm like, I'm the cookie monster. So I kind of want an emoji shirt that has like a cookie on it. Be like, I love cookie.
I love cookie.
So it might be a good idea. We should talk and try to market some. And the other idea that I got for a T-shirt too. So I like that club. That's a fun club, man.
It is.
It's my
Everyone's really
favorite
nice.
club.
So they're doing a lot of construction remodeling.
Oh, they
so
are?
it's kind of a hideous eyesore right now, but it's going to look really fresh soon. So I'm excited.
And what we're doing actually.
It is
'cause
winter, so we like to expect-
I got myself.
Mail review, right?
One male dancer, Cameron, who's talented and done it. And we're trying to get like one or two more other guys. And in May or June on a Sunday, do like a ladies' night, you
Yeah.
know? And what I kind of need one or two other guys, and I've kind of promoted this.
Rich might want to dance and join you.
Well,
We got Cowboy.
The thing,
Cowboy too. He's got the hat. He can do a country
As long,
set.
as long as you just have a thong, because you ain't borrowing my cheetah thong, all right?
Yeah, you got to get your
Or
own
my
song.
skull
You're not
thong.
sharing, creeper.
But even if I
You're not
have like,
stealing a song
yeah,
either.
even if
If you
I
steal a song, I'll
even if I
tell
have
'em.
one or two like guys have never danced, and what like me and Cameron could do the stage shows, and the others can trail, which means during song 3 and 4 they just go through the crowd.
Well, they're going to
Yeah.
need security, so
yeah.
you know.
The women are savage. Now, I've gone to several male reviews
Yes,
on the
it's true.
Indian reservations. Oh my goodness.
That's true.
Salamanca, it's insane. And women are like, I think it's so much worse to control and handle them than like clubs. Like, if like, oh my gosh, like you look at how the women treat male dancers as opposed to how men treat female dancers
Yep.
is kind of repulsive.
Yeah, well, I'll
no
ver-
respect, real grabby. You don't
Yep.
care. Like, just
Oh, they'll
out
try
of
to steal
control.
your props. I've at Peppermints, I had a girl try to steal my cop club. I was
Yeah.
giving a girl a dance. I look, and it's a real cop club, and it's expensive. It's like gone. I'm like, what? It was in the other room. Like, oh, we just,
She's
you know,
like
in Ellicottville, I
having
did a
sex
party.
with
They
herself
tried,
with
they
it.
tried to, they tried to steal my boombox once, and they said it was to get it out of the way. I'm like, out of the way? It wasn't in the way. I mean, I was like, and then it turned out it was because they didn't want me to leave. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, then ask
Just
if I want to have a
stay
drink.
longer,
Then,
yeah.
just
Be
steal
normal.
my stuff. But yeah, they can. I've been bitten, kicked, punched. It's usually, but the nice thing about the Playmates though is because they won't be, unless they drink prior or whatever, they're not going to be all loaded because that's part of the problem.
I'm sure they will drink prior.
Of course, yeah.
Let's be
Won't
real.
be realistic.
Let's be
but
real.
They won't be. They won't be
I'm sure there's a lot of people who
yeah, they
drink
won't
in
be
their
all-
cars and then go in
Sure.
that building. I don't
would-
know
I
who would
never-
have done
I
that
would
in
never
this
do,
room.
I would never do
I don't
anything
either.
like that.
I would never do that
Yeah.
myself.
I
I
mean-
mean, come on. Like,
You have to check your drink all the time. Make sure it's 50-50 or just completely Red Bull.
let's make sure you drink Red Bull. No.
That's so funny.
Yeah, no.
Did you make that beanie?
I did.
He did.
Oh, okay. So you make those stuff. Cool. What are they selling those for?
$10 a piece.
10?
Yep.
Yeah, they're in my store display.
Yeah.
And they're like all around.
Yeah.
Your store display, like all the physical container, like do you
It's stuck
own?
there. No, what happened is
They
they
was
had it
already
in
there.
the building prior.
Okay.
So if it
I
was
was
pulled
curious.
out, any toys were pulled out. Now I replaced it. It changes the building, so then they can't have the XXX license.
Oh, really?
Then they can't sell the toys and all the stuff that they have. So there's two
Oh.
licenses as a cabaret and a
Interesting.
XXX. So it's the only zoned adult
What was
oriented
you?
like
You
store.
were Cowboy was helping me with the lube. Remember, we were looking at the
Of
different.
course, he's a pro on the lube.
Because it was nice. It was like a $2 thing of lube, and I was out, and I had to use olive oil the other day, as I talked about earlier. Y'all don't know the story. It works olive oil,
Desperation.
olive oil with your
Yeah.
pocket veg. Oh, you did?
You
Yeah.
can use Purell,
Yeah.
right? Purell would have burned. That would have been a bad idea.
Yeah. So I used olive oil the other day, and then the other day I used the sticky strawberry flavored lube. I was tanked, and it was like everything was all sticky in my cell phone. Like, it's terrible because I was watching Pornhub on my cell phone. I'm like, man. yeah. But,
Wow.
but yeah, the lube was like the cheesecake. Because it's dark in there, and we're trying to see, and I think we chose the cheesecake flavor. So my pocket veg must smell and taste like cheesecake.
Delicious. I'm excited.
What do you think, Zeus?
Right?
He's like, yeah.
We're all
Actually, he is
goofy.
curious about the pocket veg
He
sometimes.
says cheesecake.
Yeah.
So, what clubs are you kind of going around on a regular basis, Rich? I mean, aside from Playmates,
Barrel.
the Barrel Dolls, how's that been going?
It's not
Maybe
bad.
there are a while. Any changes? Or a lot of girls going? Or
Yeah, coming and going. They got a couple new girls in there.
Are they looking for any new girls? For any listeners out there? Anyone who might want to work there?
Or
Or one of those always hiring?
I haven't talked to the general manager at all that much. He's been on vacation a lot, so
Okay.
it's kind of hard to get a hold of him.
Yeah. Well, I noticed that time that a lot of girls on Fridays, Saturdays especially, will start doing stags.
Yeah.
So the clubs will all be short and looking for non-stag girls who actually work the shift because it'll all change a lot. And it's stag season. So, and there'll be a lot of places picking up new girls who never danced to train them into stags, and they'll all filter into the clubs eventually. So
And the nice thing about Playmates,
it's like hiring season.
they can kind of can do their own schedule a little bit more, like compared to, I mean, they want you in there, but
Right.
some of the places are real strict. Like you have to do 1 day shift. It's only open
Yeah,
at
they don't
night.
have day shifts, yeah.
You got to do when I was at Trist, I used to see in the back, you do at least 1 day shift
To work the
Monday
weekend,
through
yeah.
this, and then do
Most
this,
of the clubs
but-
are like
yeah.
that. So that
And then-
one's more laid back.
And then
but
it cracked me
they
up
did
the
have
sign
rules.
in the back: tampons, $2 for the girls. Like
Right.
they wrote it right in the back.
Well, they
But I-
did have
Yeah.
rules where you had to work a Tuesday or Wednesday in order to be able to work a Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. That was the rule, but everything changes a little bit depending on situations, how many girls you have working, and then you're like, oops, and you got to crack down eventually. So,
I want to see her dance.
right? Maybe she'll go in the back later.
I want to see her dance.
Right?
She is, and she's pretty.
You know what? I got singles on me.
I got singles. I got
I mean,
$2
we-
bills. We can give them to her instead of prostitutes in Costa Rica. Right?
There was, I think, some dude in Buffalo used to always. Some people back in the days of Diamond Us used to always tip in $2 bills.
It's because they gave you the
Or they
$2
gave-
bills.
they
there.
gave 'em back.
They gave them to you in
as
your
a
change.
strategy. Yeah, as a strategy.
So that you dumped them off.
So you dumped them off, so they actually got extra dollars.
Yeah, Rick Snowden told me years ago, he was
Yeah,
the
that
owner.
was
He's the
smart.
one who started. He said
Yep.
because the price of the dollar increased, so why shouldn't the girls make more if everyone else is making more? Give them $2, and then the guys don't want them because everyone knows you're in tally ho. And then really
That's
the
true,
girls
too.
don't want them, so
Yeah.
you're trying to dump them off, and then you get all these people like, oh wow, I never seen one of these. They're so special.
Yeah.
You're like,
do they even make them
I know
anymore?
where those are. Yeah, they still make them.
make
They still
$2
give them
bills?
out at Tally Ho in Rochester.
It's smart.
That's why I had so many of them. And I like, everyone thinks they're so great, but I used to give them as Christmas gifts to my like family, friends and stuff. And I'm like, you don't want to know where those
There was
are.
some guy.
Like, they're so cool.
I
Like,
think
at
I think he won the
$2.
lottery or something. There was something. He had a website. He won the lottery. He was rich, so he'd carry around $2 bills and just give them to strangers.
Yeah.
And it's just they're like, what the hell? I'm like, no, I'm just being nice, and because a lot of people had like never seen it or didn't know.
Right.
Which would be cool if I had that much money. I would do it too. Here's a $2 bill.
It's nice. Like I give out to the homeless people pre-pasted toothbrushes, and you can get them. I give them on eBay, and they're like pasted and stuff, so they can brush their teeth. I give
Do
them
they
a
actually
granola
brush
bar.
it in front of you?
No, that would be intense to make them
Yeah.
do that in a bottle of water. So instead of giving them money
Yeah,
for
don't give 'em
drugs
money
or
'cause
anything,
you
I
need
give them
drugs.
like a healthy snack, water, and they can brush their teeth.
Yeah.
Because the hygiene's important.
It is
you know?
important.
You never know if you're going to want to kiss someone. No.
Yeah.
Who's going to get some action on the streets?
Yeah, that's true. At bus,
Right.
I had clients at bus stops, like within the mental health clients I work within a bus stop within 10 minutes had a new living arrangement, like
Yeah.
with or exchanged a dog for a cigarette. Like literally, this one guy was like, "Can I use your lighter?" He's like, "Yeah, as long as you take my dog." He's like, "Okay," it's a joke, and the guy gave him the dog.
There's actually a big thing going on right now about Tent City, which is an area where all I think I've shown you, right?
I've been in Tent City.
Yeah, in Tent City. Well, Spectrum went during the morning and fenced it all in.
Oh, wow.
So no one's able to get back in there, get their stuff, nothing.
What,
Oh, that's terrible.
It's a homeless place out here.
people,
Yeah.
Tent City.
Yep, it's
In
right under a
Rochester?
bridge. Yeah, it's called Tent City, and it's right on the side of the bridge. But it's on their property, so they didn't want the people there anymore, and so they went and did that. But I mean, everything all these people have. You're talking about probably 30 to 40 families.
Oh, really?
And they
At
can't get
least
back
let
in
them
and
get their
stuff.
stuff,
Right,
You know,
right.
and I mean,
Yeah.
let them get their stuff first, and then say skedaddle.
Right. Yeah.
It's kind of wrong.
But then
Well, that's
again,
the thing,
I mean,
a
they
lot
need
of-
a place too.
They do need
Yeah.
a place. A lot of homeless people, maybe because of their addictions or whatever, aren't actually filing for welfare or getting any like assistance.
Yeah,
Or going through the levels. So I mean, they're really not taking advantage of it.
You'd be surprised. Most of the people in Tent City want to be there.
They want to be.
They could
Yeah.
care less about an apartment. They could care less.
It's very true.
It's that's where their mental state has them. They're happy there, and they're not they're not violent. They're not. I mean, it's sad, but.
It is. There's a book. I read it years ago. Is The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls. I believe it became a movie, but I didn't catch it years ago, and it was like amazing. It was like this woman struggling, seeing how her family just didn't care about the bills. They didn't mind being homeless. They like loved it. They loved the hunt, and it was just what they enjoyed. And there's people out there like that because. I mean, easily you could get like assisted living. You could get
Sure.
Section 8 housing.
Well, I
you
work-
could live in
yeah.
a shelter. You don't have to live in a tent on the street.
There's a lot. Well, in Buffalo, when I worked in the mental health field for all those 9 years, there was really no reason for any of those people to be homeless because, especially once they were in the shelter, that opened up certain agencies and
Yep.
avenues, and there was a lot of stuff that could be put in place. And if they took their meds, went to their clinic, and did X, Y, and Z with my help, they could be in a furnished apartment with a
Yep.
huge subsidy of like a $600 apartment paying $200, free $200 in food stamps, free meds, free bus.
I agree.
And they'd get $1,500 furniture allotment. They'd give them just no TVs. But a lot of them just didn't want to follow the system. They wouldn't go.
I know.
Just
They don't
wanted
want to.
do
They don't want to
drugs.
do the test or
didn't
anything
wanna
every
do
week or
basic
fill
stuff.
out the applications and
Yeah.
drop them off. So
I'll tell you, I would be on the street if I had the choice. Like Mercy House here, they do a wonderful job, but I got a better shot of not getting stabbed on the street than I do if I go inside there.
Yeah, the one at the city mission, the guys used to say when they slept at night, you kept your sneakers on.
Yep.
Because dudes would steal your shoes.
Yep.
yeah, it's crazy. So.
Anyways, back to stripping.
Right, back to stripping. I think
You don't have any homeless people trying to get into Playmates there just to hang out. No homeless
we used
strippers.
to have that when I started managing at the Mirage. We were the strip club with no liquor and no dancers because there was no nudity and no one would be there. So what happened is all these homeless people were there because we didn't have bouncer security or anything. And they come in and I made the mistake that I didn't know how to handle it. So I was giving them money. So then more of them were coming. And then every day they're bringing more of their friends back. And like every day there's like 5 to 10 homeless people every day waiting for me, and I'm like, this is
Just to get money, but
To
not
get
to
money.
tip or not do anything.
no, they weren't dancing or
Oh,
anything.
they're
They were
just-
like coming in the door, and I'm like, here, just go. Can you just go? Trying to pay him out. It was,
That's one way of making friends.
I know.
Yeah, you can't do that.
And then we would all like just watch them like at the California Brew House waiting outside. The bar opens at 8, and there'd be like a bunch of people waiting to come in and stuff and drink. It was crazy at the club. Like it was nuts. But
But Playmates it's my favorite club. They treat
I
me
like
well.
Playmates.
They treat Zeus well.
I have a store there. Everyone's really
Yep.
nice. It's like a great place to start dancing.
Yep.
I mean, it is new, so it's more aggressive, but everyone's really laid back and no one's going to toy with you. It is like a small family.
And you should see this girl that contacted me that wants to dance that I was gonna hook up with her. Size like
Yeah,
double
she's
G,
gorgeous,
double
but-
GG boobs. I got to tell you this. I got a bet with Shotzi
What
on
is
this
she,
one.
87 years old?
No,
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
just
it was a
huge in
little
boobs.
confusing.
But however, we were supposed to have a lap dance date. Like I was going to train her and be a date like at the
Yeah.
same time. That's right. Well, I've been blown off twice, so I'm not real happy about it. I don't like being blown off. So I've
At
talked
least she
with.
didn't ghost you.
Well, she did kind of ghost. She did ghost it. Yeah, it wasn't until me contacted her because her phone broke. Yeah, okay. What girls don't have their phone? Okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
so I got kind of ghosted or blown off twice. She forgot the first time in this, and finally I'm like, well, you're obviously not real interested in the industry then or whatever. Well, I'm like, here you go. So I sent the info to Shotzi. Here you go. She's all yours. She's too flaky. Because Shotzi's really interested in her.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? So I did it. I have it on Facebook too. And I said, Shotzi, you know what? We're going to do a bet. If she's working at least one shift for you by May 5th, one shift at all, I owe you a lap dance. Now, I owe you a lap dance. And I'm like, now, if she doesn't work one shift for you by Cinco de Mayo, you owe me a lap dance.
that
To be
works.
honest, it's
You
a
gotta
win.
bet.
It's
It's
a win-win
win-win.
for me. It's
It's
a win-win
win-win.
for me because Shotzi's hot.
She's
and
hot.
I'd love to give her a lap dance anyways. So I just so I'm like, do you agree to this? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like,
We'll
yeah.
do it. We'll do it.
I'm a smart cookie. I'm a smart cookie. So it's a bet, and I stuck it right on Facebook. I didn't say who it was, but yeah, that's the bet. I think I'm going to win the bet because I don't think the girl's ever going to meet up there to do it. And it's too bad because she's going to be, her look would be very marketable. But,
Yeah.
you know,
Right.
and I can train girls to dance. I mean, I can't do pole stuff, but the basic psychology, when you do this for 18 years.
Eye contact.
Yeah, I mean, there's basics, do's and don'ts, and things that you can teach anybody in the industry, you know, and safety stuff.
And for first girls just starting to dance,
Exactly.
you got to be gentle and take your time.
Yeah.
Don't like ride them like they're, like an animal, like hop
Yeah.
real hard.
And I know how to
aggressive.
market.
Like,
I
don't
mean,
do that. Take your
you
time
know.
because the dance will last longer. You don't want
Yep.
them coming in their pants. You want it to in one song. Like, make it linger for like a half hour, Tease 'em.
Sometimes you do bust in your pants, though. If you're,
It does
if you're,
happen.
Sometimes.
if you're turned on enough. Don't sometimes.
I mean, Rich is like 2 seconds in the song done, but I just
Really?
kinda-
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
I'm usually towards the end of the first song if I'm turned on by, because I've only paid for 5 lap dances in my life, so all 5 of those, yeah, as long as I'm turned on, which I picked a certain girl and I like a little talking and stuff, and it's just I have my thing, and yeah, I don't care.
I love it when guys try to dictate their dance. So they were like, I want to get off. So they start pushing real fast back and forth and like try to control the speed. And you're like, come on, just stop.
Can you usually tell when a dude busts?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my
Like
gosh.
all the
Of
time?
cour's. It's
Yeah.
wet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, right away.
Yeah,
Like, it's so
right away.
obvious.
You
You're sitting
always
on
know?
it. We're
Okay.
bare,
Can you tell right away when they get hired? You even with jeans on, or not
Yeah,
always?
and reason.
Depends.
You can tell when they get hired for sure when they go. And then sometimes they get embarrassed. And then some guys, for some reason, decide that they want to get their full money's worth and keep on the dance, even though there's a huge wet spot on their pants and you don't want to sit on it. And
Yeah.
you're like, I don't really understand. Dance is over. Like,
Yeah.
okay, you did.
Or at
I
least
did my job. You
bring-
got
yeah.
off.
At least bring a
I got
towel.
my money.
Yeah, at least bring a
Leave the
towel.
room. Bye. Go
Yeah,
home.
at least bring a
Come
towel.
back next week.
Yeah,
Come
at least,
again.
yeah. At least bring a towel.
Right? Clean up or something. I mean, change your pants. Go to the car. I mean, it was funny because I managed and been to all different clubs through the years, and guys would go and like leave their underwear if they came in it and like try flushing out the toilets and abandon
Yeah, I
them in
remember you
strip club
saying that.
bathrooms.
And I've heard some
Like, all the
dudes. Some
time.
dudes, if they know, they'll put a condom on. Even
Yeah,
I
they'll
heard,
put condoms
underneath.
on. Yeah, a lot of guys do
So
that.
I guess if you see condoms in the trash at Playmates,
Oh,
someone
boy.
it
no,
wasn't me.
sometimes
though,
no.
but-
I've heard a lot of guys say that because I was like, "Come on!"
Yeah,
and-
that's one of
So
the
their
female
wives don't
dancers-
catch
One of the
'em
female
and-
dancers that told me that. I was
Yeah,
like,
a couple
really?
of people, and it's like, And then I've heard of guys taking Viagra's just like to have more excitement at the club. It's not even anything. So I guess you can't accuse your husband necessarily of cheating if the Viagra count went down. But, you know, you're like, wait, why is the Viagra missing? And I didn't have that experience. But no.
There's always a way around everything. Because you can eat the generic Viagra now for like $1.50 a pill.
I got the female pill. It's called the pink pill.
Does that really work? I thought that was bogus.
You know, I tried it while I was drinking, and I can't say if it necessarily worked.
Oh, okay.
I want to try it.
But yeah, I have them at my house. I'll give you some.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
So it's supposed to be more intense orgasm. So.
Later.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, part of my house. Sex toys will get Dawn next week. A female Viagra will test out. We got this guy who came in and you missed it. And he had this hat on and he has like all the Wi-Fi like goes to his head. And he was like in the hallway. It's like all weird. It was all lit up like almost like an alien. I forgot exactly what it's called.
He was on the show?
Yeah. He was
For what? Like, what was
I don't
the
know.
point
He was
of the
out
show?
in the hallway, so we just.
Oh, you
called
just
him.
grabbed him.
Yeah, a random
Come in here and be
stranger.
on the show.
Yeah, and I was.
Random person, yeah.
So it turns out the interlock outside of this building, I thought it was like Western New York Interlock, and it was like breathalyzers. It's not. It's a hacking company. They hack computers.
Okay.
So there's a hacking group on Tuesdays that go in there, and then they like all meet up of pretty much just internet hackers from like RIT and stuff. A whole bunch of
Trying to
single
hack
men.
people or prevent people from hacking?
Kind of both. I guess they hack to find out how to help resolve people from being able to
okay.
hack. And so it was like this giant thing on his head that I posted on the page that was like all linked to Wi-Fi. And he's going to come here and we got Dawn bringing in her Wi-Fi toys and he's going to hack into her toys and change how they vibrate.
Next week?
Yeah.
Wow. I'll be watching the NFL draft, but that sounds interesting.
I'll take care. I'll come. I'll watch it.
It's we'll have videos. It's gonna be interesting. And this guy was like all about it. He was all into it. I'm like, and it was so random because he just walks by, and I'm like, we're like, what was that? And I'm like, what's going on in here? He looks like a strange alien. It was crazy. It had like green and red lights that circled all around his head and antennas and all these cords and Nintendo like controllers like hanging from it and.
But he was cool. He was cool
He was
just to
cool.
come in and talk. And
He was cool. I liked him. I
Yeah.
thought it was neat.
Yeah,
it was
it was.
interesting. He entertained us.
yeah, and you were trying to find out where all the nerds hang out.
I know. So if you want to pick up nerds, go to the Hunger for Building the Interlock thing on the first Tuesdays of the month. There's a bunch of them. Single, nerdy guys with money and are educated.
They're just in the hallway here? Did they meet in a
right
room?
there. You can hang out in the hallway and look for them. But I'm sure they're in the room.
It's called the
I
Interlock
mean, I guess
Group?
you could be creepy.
That's what it's called?
Yeah, it's the Interlock group.
Wow.
Rochester, man, got some interesting stuff.
Yeah, they do.
They do. There's a lot more art and stuff involved.
I think
in it.
there's more sluts in Rochester than in Buffalo, too.
Right.
Because I got some crazy stories in their Rochester
It's all
chicks.
Rochester. We're all here. I remember it like years ago. People were saying it was like the third highest viewed porn watching city or something. It was like up there for years. So heavy Rochester loves sex and porn and strip clubs. There's a lot of strip clubs out here for being a small city.
In fact,
Reason there's a lot.
This cowboy's got his cowboy hat on there, and my infamous Cowboy Troy story.
Oh man.
It's pretty good if y'all want to hear it. And it was a Rochester girl and took place outside Crazy Jake's in Buffalo. And it's you don't want to hear it this time?
Crazy. Well, why don't we go into song break
Go
and
into
then we'll
song?
return to that. So
Okay, you'll like it.
I'll get some pizza, mingle. The final countdown. We are Beyond the Pole on Katrina Lee. We have Bailey, we have Allie, we have Rich, and we have Cowboy in the house on top of what we usually have. And of course, Zeus the dog.
Yeah, he's trying to get the gummy lightsabers.
Yes, we want to thank our sponsors. We got more and more adding every week. We are actually next week we are actually looking for an intern and several people to expand into my companies. Just keep stepping on my wire and I can't hear what's going on. But we have a lot of people actually going to be coming on board. A lot of changes going on. We're expanding. We have a YouTube channel now. We are Beyond the Pole with Katrina Lee. A lot of our shows are being added every week. More and more are going to be on there. We'll eventually get them all on. So everyone who's been on it, who's been waiting for your podcast, it will be there with your name, picture labels. It's all getting done. Finally, we're getting there. So we're looking for someone. So if you want to come check it out, you want to see what's like in the studio and you're in the Rochester area, inbox us or contact Beyond the Pole. You can come in, you can drop off your resume, send it to our Facebook page, Beyond the Pole Radio. Kind of looking for some for social media, the podcast, maybe set up street teams almost at different events like Lilac Festival and hand out flyers about Beyond the Pole, expand it.
They had
Just
those
get out
turkey
there.
legs there when I went. Was that where we went?
Yeah, we
And they
went.
had
That was
turkey
Lilac
leg.
Festival.
That was fun.
It was awesome.
It was kind of cold. Was that in May? What? It was
It's coming up.
It was supposed to be warm, but it was a little chilly. Yeah.
Yeah, so
The Lilac Festival?
I think
It
it's
was
May.
cold last year. Yeah, when we went that one day, it was fun though.
It was cold. Yeah, it was his first time. So I'm like fun like that. So when my friends and everyone are from Buffalo and they're not from Rochester, I look for like really cool touristy type or different things they never done. I'm like, we are going to enjoy it. You're going to learn a little about this area. So I do the same when I go to like Erie and I went with my friend Foxy and I'm like, oh, we're going to show you like all this stuff. And I'm like, yay.
We went and saw Rusted Root.
Yeah,
last
we
year,
did.
right?
It was
Yeah.
great. Rusted Root was there. And I'm looking forward to Party in the Park. I was looking at the schedule. We're going to have Area 12, which is Area 12 is a sober area based on the 12 steps of AA for anyone who's questioning it.
Just one area of the park is sober.
Yeah, it's just one area, and actually, we got a better spot this year.
It's
that they're actually going to
a
be
little better?
We're going to be in the back.
Okay, in the back of it. That's
So
better because
area
it was off to like a corner
Right.
in a weird spot where you felt like you were isolated. And
Okay,
it
so
didn't.
area 12 will be sober, and area 11, 13, you'll just be hopped up and just
Yeah,
cranked, man.
Area 420 is where you really want to be,
yeah.
but really you should go to Area 12, the sober one. There's usually purple balloons marking it, and
Yep.
like anyone who's not drinking or smoking is welcome to go in there. You know, don't
Bailey
be
will have
obnoxious.
Area 13.
We have to
You do
kick out
anything
people
you
on a
want.
regular basis for having beers in there, and keep them out of there. But it should be smoother this year,
Interesting.
right, Dave?
Yeah, it'll be a lot smoother.
I figure we'll start with the party in the park on Thursdays and then head right to the show.
That's right. Exactly. And we're going to bring the bands with us back here.
Yeah, I was looking. There's like two of them. I saw that Gorilla Dubstep band's coming back.
Oh, Panda, Panda.
Panda Dub.
Gorilla Dub Square.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
lesbian
I know
band.
that was like a big one that everyone wanted to go to.
Everybody loves that band. Everybody like that. They're big here. Rusted Root is like a hometown band.
Everyone there. Rusty Roots plays here multiple times a year.
Oh yeah.
I saw them Party Park, and then they were at RIT for their opening.
Do they sound good, or are they kind of rusty?
You know, right? Well, you know the one song. Like I don't really know too many. There's songs that "Send Me My Way."
Ecstasy,
Everyone knows
Send Me My Way. God, there's a million of them.
They're there every year, though.
Yep.
So
Awesome band.
it's just fun to sing along. Everyone's just dancing. It's like all the hippies come out. That's kind of the cool part about Rochester and the Lilac Festival. And today I went to Casa Larga, and they have the new label for the Lilac Festival of Wine.
Nice.
Yeah, so the Lilac Hill wine, which they're known for, has a new label printed out. So
And then you got the Park Ave Fest.
all of it. I love all the festivals between like Buffalo, Erie, and here. Like I just go to all of them and just get all these cool crafts and food. I tried those deep fried Reese's peanut butter cups. Oh my god, they were so good last
Yeah,
year for
aren't
the
they
first
good?
time. And then Sticky Lips had this like it was barbecue in a cup, which I insisted on. So it was like coleslaw, it was like beans, it was like pulled pork, it was everything, and it was
Never
portable.
go wrong with
and-
pulled pork.
Yeah, you can never go wrong. It was really
Delicious.
good. And my friend's dad owns it, so
And cookies.
supporting friends.
Gotta have
Yeah,
cookies.
pulled pork and cookies. Who doesn't like cookies?
So you want to hear the Cowboy Troy story?
Yes, tell us the Cowboy Troy story.
Okay, so this is a few years ago in Buffalo by Crazy Jake's in Alexander's in Tonawanda. Okay, and this chick was from Rochester. So I'm in there hanging in the bar with my buddy. This chick was cute, probably in her young 20s. I don't know her name. I don't remember her name. Let's call her Kelly. Okay. I hope there's nobody's name here, but we'll just say
No,
Kelly.
same here.
So this Kelly chick, I'm talking to her at the bar. She's kind of into me. Now, she's there with some dude, but just hanging out. Of course, she just had a baby like a year ago. Whatever. I felt the vibe. She gives me her number right away. So we wander off then outside. She ends up giving me a little old-fashioned, am I allowed to say hand job? Yeah, a little hand action on the side of Crazy Jake. So I bust around one, right? Great. So then we go into Alexander's to try to find her friend. We couldn't. So we go back to the bar and we're having drinks. Well, now I'm feeling like real horny. And I'm like, so we're hanging out. I'm like, yo, you want to go outside and go at it?
Go at
She was
it.
like, all right. So we go out there. She's like, yeah, but what? She wanted to try to charge me money, right? Well, she wasn't very good at her negotiations because she's like, I'm like, well, how much? And she's like, well, 40 for a BJ, 60 to have sex. And
cheap.
yeah, well, I'm
I'd be a
thinking
little
the-
leery of that.
Well,
That's
the
way
ratios
cheap.
made no sense, too, because it was 40 for a BJ and only an extra 20 for sex. Why wouldn't you take the extra 20?
Right.
Like, I would think it would at least be double, Now, I've never paid for sex ever in
It's
my
more
life.
expensive than $2 in
Now-
Costa Rica.
Yeah. Well, now I'm tipsy, right? And I have my cowboy hat on too, by the way. So I'm behind a Crazy Jake's, and I'm kind of tipsy. I don't have $60 on me, right? But I'm horny. So,
Yeah, whatever.
not really thinking real smart. So I'm like, all right, let's do the 60. So we're making out. Well, to get me going, she ended up doing the 40 part of the deal anyways. Get me going. So we get going. I bend her over. Right? I'm hitting it in between Crazy Jakes, in between the bushes. Right? So I'm done. I, do the deed. So I'm like this. So I'm like, had my pants down. So ready?
As he's actually unzipping his pants in the studio for all of us.
Yeah.
In a man thong.
Yeah, man thong.
So
I'm done.
Man thong for Allie.
Yeah. Well, you got it for the video. So I take the condom in my pocket. She's done. She's like pulling her pants up. Now I'm starting to pull my pants up like this. And I'm not saying anything because I'm thinking, I don't have any money. I had like $20 on me.
Here's running.
And she's like,
He's like, do you want my
she's
pants?
like, well, okay, what about my money?
His
So I didn't know what to do at this point. So I sit there, politely did my pants, and then I pivoted, turned, and I just ran. I just started bolting. And I just took off on my cowboy hat. And I'm just running down the street, So all of a sudden, she went inside and like grabbed her dude, and who knows what, they hop in their car. They start following me around.
That's crazy.
So I'm running in the cowboy hat, and I hear a guy yell to him, "Hey, Cowboy Troy!"
From Big and Rich. That's crazy.
Hey, Cowboy Troy. So I'm just hauling, but I'm just bolting, man. I'm buzzing, and then I'm at like the Burger King there by that, and I call like my buddy, I'm like, dude, pick me up, man. These people are coming after me. I just hooked up with this chick, and they want money or whatever. I was like, where am I with the Burger King? So he pulls up. So I hop in his car, and I see them, so I take my cowboy hat off, right? So they pull up next to us, and he rolls down the window, and there's this guy and this chick, and he's looking, and my brother's like, yeah, can I help you? He's like, oh, no, I got the wrong guy. And then we took off, and obviously I never saw her again. But my buddies loved the Cowboy Troy story because they expected like it'd be a threesome or something
it's totally
crazy.
opposite, yeah.
They didn't expect me to, stiff the tab, but it was just so funny how I got up. I was so nonchalant. I got up real slow because I'm thinking, what the hell do I do now? I had like $20 on me, and I just pivoted like a basketball player, and I just hauled, man, and I was just hightailed it out of there.
Well, for all those ladies out there, get your money up front. That's the lesson learned. Get money up front.
Yeah, get your money up front.
Get money up front.
But I mean, I've never paid for sex, and she was cute, and we've already had made out. She just wanted like a drink tab, I think. Which she could have said, "Well, buy me a drink or something." Yeah, I mean, because it wasn't like she wasn't into me. We already were making out.
And it was
for free.
really cheap in
Yeah,
price.
yeah. So
it's ridiculous.
I just thought the ratio was so funny: 40 for oral and 60 to do it.
Yeah,
and I had about $25 on me.
You should have let her wear the cowboy hat.
right? But no,
I was hoping actually she'd forget about it, like after we did it, and she'd be like, "Great," and just forgot that she tried to solicit me. But I was like, I haven't paid for sex yet. I am about to start now. So yeah, it was between the bushes at like Crazy Jake's. It was.
But
great.
yeah, no, as a whole though, so all you entertainers or ladies out there, get your money up front, and if you're doing lap dances. And they're getting a bunch, you're like, want another one and start getting high, get the money. Like if they got 3 songs, go get that $60, whatever it is, go pay the club and go back in the back. Because years ago when I first started dancing, I was at Mademoiselle and Lucy was a manager and my ex-husband was there too. This guy shafted me and he kept saying he's getting more dances, was pulling out the money on almost 30 dances and like occupied my whole night. And I decided to resolve the problem myself when he said he was going to pay me by grabbing his penis very hard and stepping on his testicles. And I got screened at by the bouncer saying you can't take care of the problems yourself.
Did you ever get the money or no?
No, I never got the money, but I felt it was justified.
Yeah.
And I felt I taught him
you
a
always
lesson.
get the money up front. When I go strip a
Get money
show,
up front.
I always get it up front. I say cash is due
Deposits,
upon
too.
arrival. Yeah.
For steaks, get a deposit.
Yeah, if you get PayPal deposit or something, it's good. And because they change the date.
They change the date. They might find another girl who's going to do it for cheaper.
Or they get butt hurt. The fiancés get butt hurt and they don't want to do it.
Or they're at the party and not enough people show up and they're like, oh, we don't know how to afford it. And they're scrambling, trying to piece together a couple bucks. I mean, just be smart about it. You never know what's going to happen. And I mean, use your head as a business. I mean, you're selling yourself, you're selling your product, you're selling your own vision and your identity. Treat it like a business and get the most bang for your buck.
Hey, so how did you feel about my Cowboy Troy story? Did you like it?
I did. I was hoping that there was some kind of like olive oil. And
right? Olive oil, right?
Nah, I didn't. I didn't. It was just round 2. Sometimes I will carry little things of lube on me. I have before, but it was round 2. Man, I was ready to rock. She was cute, man, and hot 23-year-old Rochester chick. So I don't know. Hey, whatever, man. I bad
whatever.
business move on her
These
part.
are-
We're already making out, you know.
Yeah, that's
so.
what I mean. There's a little like oops error, but we are gonna have next week. We have Caitlin, and she is part of the String Free Revolution and designed and owns this company with V cups. They're like cups that go inside your vagina, and instead of tampons, they like are like string free, and then you pull them out, and they're like hygienic and reusable. And
What's
I
the
guess
point?
there's like a special wash, like
It's like to get you off.
no,
Oh,
for like.
I thought they were like anal beads or something. But for
No,
your
like
vag.
it's instead like it's like a cleaner
Oh,
version
cleaner
of a
for your
tampon or
cookie.
something.
Okay.
Yeah.
For your cookie.
Like feminine products. And then we have Dawn actually in house the whole time talking. We have Tom Losey coming from Life Without Shame with all this. It's gonna be a crazy show because it's all different like periods and sex toys, Life Without Shame. It's gonna be absolutely insane. Strong female entrepreneurs. Like this show's gonna be wild. It is. It's gonna be really crazy. So it's really smart women and who are making a difference and building a company. Dawn, and you might actually carry some of Caitlin's products too.
And you know what? I like confident women and women business owners.
Yeah.
I think it's sexy and hot.
I think it is
And
too.
especially if they got, you know what I really like? If they got the black blazer and the white shirt underneath and the kind of hair kind of up. Oh, man, I just
Short
want to
skirt
bend
like
them
that.
over and just bend them over and grab that and just hammering that from behind and be like, hey, who's the boss now?
It's like
who's the
Kate
boss
sing
now?
song. It's so
That's just
funny.
what goes on in my head, though.
Right?
It's sexy. Anyways.
I'm sure they won't be dressed like that in here because we're all going to go out. So I'm sure we'll be all wearing cute dresses.
Oh, they will
with
be
our
dressed
boobs.
like
We're all
that
going
here?
out. No, we're all going to be in cute dresses with our boobs hanging out. We're not going to be in blazers.
No, I want blazers and white shirts, man. And
Right?
like,
Can you imagine?
yeah.
You're gonna have to skip the draft then.
Right?
Yeah, I might have
You'd be
to
all
and
confused.
load up
Like,
on
We're all
Viagra.
Facebook
Right.
Live, and he's like, "What is this going on?"
Speaking of Facebook, all right.
Facebook, right?
Yeah, speaking of Facebook. All right. So so next week. That's all next week. Dawn.
Yeah,
everybody.
that's a lot. There's a lot going on.
There it
so.
is. That
Some
is
Collins, and we got a lot upcoming. We are Beyond the Pole Radio on Facebook. I'm Katrina Lee, KatrinaleLe on Facebook. I keep my page. Most of the posts are public, so you can follow me on there and see what I'm posting, or my modeling page. So, Beyond the Pole Radio. We will be back next Thursday, 10 o'clock until midnight. In 3 minutes, it's 4:20 officially starts. So everyone out there, be smart, be safe. Happy 420.